All right, I'm letting everyone in. All right, welcome everyone. This is Members Night, and what a treat tonight we got. For those of you who aren't aware, Numi Crown Alex Monterosa is going to be dropping some nuggets tonight. I believe the theme of tonight is vision. And I'm excited to hear what Alex has got to say. You know, Alex, never knew him personally prior to Numi, but I got to meet him while we was at the Diamond Retreat, and a couple other times we had a few conversations. And I can tell you, when it comes to integrity and character, you know, in the network marketing space in the industry, Alex is like poster child. Just a super individual. You'll love connecting with him. You'll love learning from him. So with no further ado, I want to introduce to everyone that's here tonight, Numi Crown, Alex Monterosa. Alex?
Thank you, Keith. Hi, everyone. If you want to write up on the chat where you're coming in from, I always like to know whom we're addressing. But at the end of the day, the message is the same for everyone. It doesn't change, which is what I love about what we have here in Numi. Tonight, we have a special night prepared for all of you. As you know, Numi is a company that's been growing from day one. We have never not been growing. And where we're headed, we are going to go through some processes that are going to take us to grow within ourselves. So with that being said, I think we've all heard the phrase, biblical phrase, okay, for that matter, which says the people will perish from lack of a
Vision.
vision. And I think everybody can finish that one up, Keith, when we talk about that, right? So I don't want you to perish. I want you to really see where you're at, where we're going, and I want you to hear it from different perspectives. Because when I got in back in the old days, less than 3 years ago, there were only three of us. It was Michael Firth, who's been doing an amazing job over in Asia Pacific with all the events that we've been having, supported by corporate, supported by Steve and Aaron and everybody from corporate. It's just been amazing results. Um, and Rhonda and I came together. We really only had a vision. And our vision was to follow Steve Scott's vision of taking this all over the world. We didn't know how it was going to happen. We knew what each and every one of us brought to the table. And at that time, I can tell you it was a lot less than we've all learned now, 3 years later. Because we've all gone through our processes and we've all gone through our growing pains and we've all gone through our processes of expansion. So with that being said, I want you to hear from everybody's different point of view, where we're at, where we're going, and why you're here at the right time. So Keith, since you kicked it off, why don't you kick it off for all of us, being that you're one of the diamond leaders in Numi who from day one, since you came in, you've also never looked back. I think you've always had a clear vision of where you're at, and along with that vision, the patience to see it come to fruition. And you've done amazing stuff, such as bringing individuals that are really big team players, which we'll be hearing from later on today. So back to you, Keith.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Alex. Hey, while I'm talking, if co-hosts can keep an eye on the people coming in, let them in for me. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yeah, Jamie and I got really excited about the prospect of Numi when we first saw the company April 16, 2022. You know, I'd been involved in the industry since 1989. We've had some really cool successes along the way, but a good run of what I would call dismal disappointments leading up to our introduction to the technology, the hydrostat technology that Steve Scott brought to the marketplace. And even though I got excited about the technology at first and wanting to share the idea with people because I had a strong background of glutathione, I wasn't yet certain or convinced that this would be a long-term play for us. Not until I took a trip, Jamie and I both took a trip to Dallas, Texas to meet Steve Scott in person. And when I got to meet him in person, you know, I talked about Alex integrity and character. Well, I know where he's getting it from, where a lot of the leaders in Numi is getting it from, because they're gleaning it all from Steve Scott, you know, and him being the guy running the vision of Numi's future. I felt really good that this would be an opportunity that I could feel comfortable in sharing with the people that we know and love, and also feel comfortable bringing them around this community, which was so important to me personally because of what had happened previously the last 3 to 4 years prior to us being introduced to NUMMI. It was just some crazy wonky stuff out there. And we were disappointed. But with NUMMI, we had a new life of the industry, but we also had a new vision of what we can do globally for the wellness of people, the wellness of humanity. I could remember saying in early 2000, 2004, 2005, when I did a lot of my research on glutathione itself, that if someone would just develop a way to get supplemental glutathione into the cell, but by bypassing the gut, they would revolutionize the wellness of humanity on a global scale. And folks, that's what we got our hands on. We got our hands on a unique value proposition in the hydrostat technology that no one's going to ever, in my opinion, be able to come close into matching. And because of that, it's not just glutathione. It's not just our recent HERS or the NUMMI Skin one-step skin spray, spritz. It's not just that. It's the future of supplementation in my vision. It's this coming July, we're launching a brand new product for brain health. What's next? Is it something to do in the weight loss category? Is it something to do with overall nutritional supplementation? Hydrostat nanotechnology is going to change the way supplements are delivered. And we, as a community, in my vision, get to bring that to the world. And that's exciting. Next step.
Keith, let me ask you something. Based on your experience and everything you've been through in this industry previous, having gained some experiences that have really allowed you to thrive and understand what you have in your hands, where do you see NUMMI in the next 5 years?
Wow. Because of the technology, I personally, because of the hydrostat, the unique value proposition of hydrostat nanotechnology, I can see NUMMI probably doubling in the amount of countries that we're servicing. We're now just around 68, 69, somewhere there. I believe we're going to be 150 plus countries with easily over 500,000 people, if not more, as far as members and customers. I believe we got so much potential for growth. And like Karen Justice says all the time, we're just coming out of that formulation stage. And it might take us, another 6 months, 8 months, or 10 months to reach the next stage. But that next stage is momentum. And I see us being right there. And it's perfect timing to ride that wave. So I see NUMMI in the next 5 years as one of the top in the entire network marketing industry.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. I don't know if there's any final comment you want to add before we introduce our next speaker, our next diamond.
Just that, just the biggest thing is, in addition to vision, is consistency. Lock into what your goals and dreams are. Keep them forefront every day. When you wake up, that's what you get to see. When you go to bed, that's what you get to see, because it's so important to use that as the driving force, as a fuel to keep you engaged, to be able to continue doing the daily activities that will move you from where you are now to where you want to be with the NUMMI machine, the NUMMI, as Steve calls it, F-15 fighter jet, right? So that's the biggest thing, is just to stay consistent and persistent, because it's that type of action that yields results. And so next up is going to be NUMMI Diamond. I got to meet her at the Diamond Retreat also, just solid gold, and I'm excited that everybody gets to hear from Miss Cindy Riley. Cindy?
I was just about to start talking without even taking myself on mute, off of mute. So vision's interesting. When Alex reached out and asked about that. So vision, really, let's first define it. What is vision, really, right? Vision is having the faculty or having the ability to see something that may not be yet in front of us, to see something that we can only imagine, right? It's the ability to think about, to plan, to envision, to create the future in something that's not real. And so for me, I've always held a vision of freedom. It's been my number one freedom of being able, freedom of choice, freedom in movement, freedom in health, freedom in finances, whatever freedom might be. But for me, it's been a mantra of mine for a long time to create freedom, to create freedom, to create freedom, not just for myself, but for all of those that I come in contact with. And so Numi, and my vision really kind of having a strong vision and being able to imagine into something that is much bigger than yourself is what draws opportunity to us. I really feel it draws it to us, and by having that and staying strong to it and staying aligned to it, it brings the opportunities. Now, sometimes when it brings those opportunities, we might initially say no, which is what I said for a few weeks, months, maybe actually. It was like, hey, I got this thing you should check out. Yeah, no. Hey, I got this thing you should check out. Yeah, not interested. Now my upline was persistent with that consistency, right, that Keith just talked about. So, and persistence and diligence, and she held a vision that I would be part of the team, a vision that this was something, and so she stuck with it. And one day something changed. One day something got posted, and that was the day that I said yes. Now, did I come in and just completely adopt the vision of Numi? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, I didn't do that, right? So sometimes I'm a little bit controversial. Maybe what I did though is I came in with my vision, and what I was able to say yes to was that shift. What happened in that shift was now there was an alignment. Now there was something that I could see that this could be a component, a piece that fit very beautifully into something that I was doing that would enable the freedom for the people that I was interacting with, my network. That would enable with ease and with grace and with flow something that would bring the freedom of health to them, something that I could offer an opportunity that could bring freedom in the finances to them. So it really kind of just married very nicely because of the breakthrough, because of the ease of use, because of all of the things that you heard Keith say about the company and Alex say about Stephen Scott's vision, because all of those things were set up and there was a beautiful alignment with the vision that I had. And it brings more opportunity to light. And so through that, I also saw I have a very large mission in the world, right? There's vision, mission, purpose, all of those things. And Steve Scott talks about this too. He trained us this on at the Diamond Retreat, right? Mission accomplished and the steps to go through that. I'm not going to take that away because Steve is the best person to train that. But my mission is huge. It's massive actually. And some people here have heard that I have a focus on 14 million people. That's my mission. My mission is to serve 14 million people globally, worldwide. My mission is to impact the quality of lives of 14 million people worldwide. And Numi is one of those very strong vehicles because of the vision, because of the mission of Numi that aligns very well to help me move that forward. And so to do that, it sounds really big and it sounds really scary, but really all I have to do is I have to hold the vision that it's possible. I have to hold the vision of freedom for people, of that freedom of whatever is ailing them, whether it be their health, their finances, their struggles, whatever it is, that we can come in and provide a solution and stay true to my mission. And that brings the possibilities, the opportunities, the people, the partnerships, the tools, the things. And with that, Numi has nicely slid in and fit and is enabling that. It doesn't mean I have to do it all myself. That's part of the vision. I can't reach 14 million people. I can reach so many more when we go with the team. And so that really is, and it comes up, I had a vision that I would have a global team. I have a global team. I look across and I've heard Steve say this about other people in the team as well. It's like they're on 5 continents. I'm like, oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. That would be nice. Until I opened up my back office and went, well, crap, I'm one of those people that has a team on all those continents too. And so you don't have to be focused on the details. You have to be focused and hold the vision, hold the energy, stay true to your mission and stay true to who you are. The opportunities will come.
Yes.
Well, thank you. And you know that I've been a witness of your process from the moment where you started to get that vision and got a chance to meet you at a Diamond Trip a couple of years ago when you were coming in as a guest of someone that had seen something in you where they said she needs to get up and close and personal to the people that are making it happen. And there you went. You became a diamond. And it doesn't say the phrase that we began with, people will perish from lack of a vision. It doesn't say people will perish from lack of a system that's not working 100% properly. People will perish from lack of not being even being able to get support. Okay, because like you said, along the way, the elements happen. Imagine having the support that you have here. It just makes it that much easier, and it's called leverage. And there isn't anything like a leveraged vision once you catch on to that wagon. Okay, so Cindy, same question to you. Where do you see NUMMI in the next 5 years?
I see NUMMI wherever it decides it wants to be honest. And I see the potential of NUMMI to be wherever the people that step into it and the people that are attracted into NUMMI and are attracted, the people that are here on this call, when we come together, we can make it so much grander, right? It's that leverage word that Alex is talking about. We bring our passion, we put our energy into it, and it amplifies. So where do I see it in 5 years? It really is, the sky isn't even the limit. Is kind of how
I
would
love
say.
your answer, because we see all the elements for, obviously, to back what Keith said, for this company to become, for NUMMI to become one of the strongholds and icons in this industry. And that's actually what we're going through, and that's actually what we're building for. So thank you for taking your time. It was, that conversation we had was funny, but it made me realize something. When you have a vision and you set it, and you work towards it by doing the things you need to do, because it's not just gonna come. Oh, I see it, so now it comes. You see it, so now you go after it. But you can't go after something you don't see, and then just what's happening to you. You manifest when you put that action in. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for being a part of the team. We're all involved with your vision. 14 million. Okay. Thanks. And the next person up, he's actually someone that I had a chance to meet a little over a year ago. And a little over a year ago, he had just come out of he had just come out telling the whole world he would never be a part of network marketing again. Okay. And he couldn't hold true to that one, thank God. Okay, and now I have for you Mr. Double Diamond from Mexico City. Well, actually from Mexico country and from Colima, Antonio Chavez, who will be sharing with us today. Hold on.
Hey guys, how are you? It's tough for me to speak in English, so I'm gonna do my best. It's a little bit rusty, but when others ask me about to share with you what I see as a vision for our business, for NUMMI, and what leads me to keep on going. Well, you know, I understand the importance of the product, and it's like the fuel to develop everything, isn't it? We have something unique, and thanks to the vision of our founder, Steve Scott, we have a company around 17, near to 17 countries. But to be honest with you guys, I really think that the real product that we promote and sell, it's freedom. Like Cindy says, isn't it? Freedom. And the product is the fuel uh, for the vehicle that we are joining. But for example, here in Mexico, uh, it's uh, it's something that you will get scared about how low it's the income here. So I say to my network, to my team, that our principal product to sell, our principal product to promote, it's the income that we can achieve making network marketing. So our vision is to share people this concept, this idea to having a residual income for the work that we develop, sharing this idea of having I have to say this in English, so Alex, would you please? Nosotros tenemos esta idea de un consumo organizado, pero con visión de negocio.
We've
Sí.
created a culture of organized consumption with the vision for business.
Yeah. The only thing that we have to do is to have our plans for ourselves, you know. For me, I just take this and I share to people this idea that you only have to take these two for a month, each month, okay, and share with 3 people to consume this. And that's it. That's it. And here's another phrase in Spanish. So please, Alex, ¿tú puedes ver qué tan grande es el ego de una persona? Te lo voy a decir en
Okay.
partes.
You can see how big
¿Tú puedes
someone's
ver qué tan
ego
grande es
is?
el ego de una persona? Cuando las cosas sencillas le son difíciles de comprender.
You can see how big someone's ego is when simple things are difficult to comprehend.
It's crazy. I mean, you can become free with this. The only thing that you have to do is to buy this for yourself. You're doing something good for your health, isn't it? So people, they're breaking their minds, working there, working a lot.
I'll translate that one.
They're working like crazy to have a couple of hundreds of dollars from here in Mexico, or maybe a couple of thousands in a better place in other countries. They're doing crazy things. They don't see their family. They put their health in danger. They put they life aside just to earn some money. When we have these easy things to do, okay? So our philosophy, our vision is to share this simple idea. I go so far that I say to my team, let me see if I can say it in English. Uh, este es un negocio de sentido común. This is a business of common sense. Just for common sense, you just have to buy this and bring 3 persons who they are just going to buy this, and everyone is going to do the same. If you do this, I mean, how long could you take to bring 3 people? I mean, there's another thing that gets me crazy. We have a guarantee on our product and our business. We have a guarantee. So we can guarantee to the persons that they are going to see results. And if they are not happy with the results, they can ask their money back. I mean, how can this is be easier, couldn't be easier. So this is why our network here in Mexico has been growing at this rhythm faster and faster. And maybe, hopefully, in the next event, a couple of weeks in the future, we will welcome maybe 2 or 3 new diamonds from my team to our business. So I'm really happy. And this is the things that I share, and this is the vision that I share to the people who are looking desperately for a change in their income and in their lives.
Thank you, Antonio. And I want to ask you the same question in a different format, because when we all came together, Steve had his vision clear and he wanted to make this a true opportunity worldwide. And we know that a lot of the people that are going to be watching this, they're going to watch it in repeat in other parts of the world where NUMMI was designed really for countries such as developing countries. And if you can do this in developing countries, imagine what you could do in the US and in countries that are first world countries. So having said that, based on your experience, what do you see NUMMI doing impact-wise? What's your vision with NUMMI's impact in the developing countries because of what we put together here?
Well, let me see if I can say this in the right way. You know, there are two reasons why people are like resistant to the network marketing businesses. The first one is that they are afraid to lose their money. Okay, so they are afraid to lose their money. What if I join? It's not true. What if I join and the product doesn't do what they told me that are gonna do? That's the first things that they are afraid of. And the second thing is even worse. What if I bring people who que confían en mí? They trust me. They trust me, and they didn't see anything good with the product or the business. So we have this este miedo, this fear to lose money and to bring people who lose money. Okay, so in countries like Mexico and Latin American countries, and maybe some other countries around the world who are not that good in their economies, this is a big afraid, you know, a big fear to have. That's why I think this idea of the guarantee is so powerful. Guys, I think that nobody else uses the guarantee like I do. I mean, I use it and use it and use it. Why? Because that's the way people can join without any without any fear. Okay, so this is magical. I think that this is something that we all have to use with caution first, but we have to let people know that this is a safe place to build. Not only because we are good leaders and we have a great corporate and we have a great product. No, because we are so committed and we are so convencidos, convinced about our business that we can provide a guarantee. And this changed everything for everyone. And even more for those people who wants to, they have this entrepreneurial bone in their body, you know, but they are like with this great put up in their life. So this is something that we have to consider in having mind when we are building our business.
Wow, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I have no doubt you're going to achieve those goals. You went from being not wanting to be a part of this industry ever again, second generation. So you know it works. It wasn't the industry, to finding the right place at the right time. And now you already have a couple of diamonds in your team. So the next ones will be some added extra. So thank you for everything you're doing. I'll see you soon in Mexico, my friend. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And having said that, a lot of you know that my father, I'm second generation also, and my father was really somebody that left such a huge footprint in this industry. And one of the things that I learned was that originally he moved from El Salvador, which is where we're natives of, to the US. And when he used to tell people, I came to the US looking for the American dream. And I was able to achieve the American dream of buying my own house, which was the American dream. I was able to achieve that within my first year in the US, he says. He used to tell people, and I'll never forget this story. And he said, and I realized that that dream was wrong, because 7 out of 10 people own a house And yet 7 out of 10 people have to leave their house every day to go work so they can pay for their house. So the American dream that he instilled in me was a lot of what everybody here has already said. And I know that it'll be the same for Rhonda and Nicole, which is freedom. Cindy said it, it's freedom. The American dream is freedom. The American dream is freedom to be able to do what you want to do, where you want to do it. And how awesome is it that Neumi's exporting the American dream to other countries, where individuals can make a living and make an earning in US dollars in their countries. That's why you see that he looks so much younger, and that huge smile on Antonio is because he's a product of the product he's selling. Okay, so thank you. Thank you once again. Now I'm going to leave you all with someone that has been very close to me for pretty much from the very beginning, because you know there's individuals in life that when you meet them, you know there's something there, and you know that there is a connection because of the level of integrity and the level of the way you handle yourself. And you see that it was very, very similar in the way that she built, and the way that not only she built, but that she would conduct herself along the ways in building her business. And little did I know that we would end up being together and working teams together around the world and helping Neumi become what it's become, being there at the very beginning. So I know Rhonda had a vision, and I know Rhonda has a vision, and I know Rhonda, the only thing that moves her is a vision. And I'm a witness of that, okay? Because I've seen how she's handled her life throughout that. So I would love for you to just really, really bless us with your experience on what a vision is and what your vision is here at Neumi, Rhonda. Double Diamond, Rhonda Dasher.
Thank you, Alex. I love Keith is talking about the future of supplementation. That's a vision. I mean, how many people are sick of taking another pill? I mean, I was choking down pills trying to do my glutathione. I was taking this pill, and there's still some great pills, don't get me wrong. But the future of supplementation, I'm going to swish. I'm going to spray, and this is what's going to happen. That's a future. We have disrupted the entire industry with our supplementation. So when Keith says the future of supplementation, we're not in the back. Listen, we're the front. We are not the caboose here. Everything else is going to be an imitator. That vision is happening already, Keith. We bought into that vision, and we're not done. If we never had another product outside of Swish and Neumi Skin, we still could take this to the world, right? But now we've got brain health, we've got the HERS product, and God only knows what else we're going to be doing, because we're the future of supplementation. 14 million people in my downline. I want to serve all the continents. Are you kidding me? Where else can you do that? And network marketing. See, I'm with Antonio. I'm not doing this again. Man, I have PTSD from some of this, but I couldn't say no because I saw something that I saw. And let me help you here. If you're here tonight and all you see is what you see, you haven't seen all there is to see. Freedom. Antonio's like, I want freedom, man. I want to be able to go and do. I want to show this to people. I don't want to beat the 8 to 5, 8 to 6. I don't want to work 7 jobs just to make an income. I'm short $1,000 now because of COVID. This is freedom. You can grow, and you're going to hear from Nicole in a little bit. Man, you can even do this and be an influencer. Who would have thought that we could merge these two together and take it to Crown? Are you kidding me? So let's talk about vision. I'll say it just like Cindy said it. It's being able to see. Let me help you. Some of you need to do this and just clear your vision. You've lost your vision, and let me help you. When you can't see where you're going, you will stumble all over yourself. The Bible says, just like Alex said, I'm a student of the Word of God. Unashamedly, if you don't have a vision, you will perish. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to die, fall into a coffin, and they're going to bury you, but you will live a life that's dead. You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you're going to get there. You're going to wander aimlessly around. And not only that, but everybody will begin to tell you what their vision is for you. And get this, usually it's that they need you to catch into what they're doing, and it may have nothing to do. See, I have a vision for health. Man, have we been lied to. I have a vision. I'm like, Keith, you guys need to know the truth about what I have found out. Now in Habakkuk, he also says, God told him to write the vision. Now I've got this vision. I think I'm not really sure, maybe, but God said, write it. When Steve got this vision, he wrote it because what he needed was it to be plain. Why did it need to be plain? The Bible says so other people could run with it. Let me tell you what we're doing. You are grabbing the baton from Steve. Now you've got your own individual vision, but we have caught the vision of what he brought to this market. We are in essence grabbing onto that baton. And while we're going with his vision, we're creating our own inside of this space, whatever that looks like to any of you on the call. It may be build an orphanage like Alex did before. Who knows what your vision? And let me tell you this, don't compare your vision to anyone's, because your vision is you. It's unique to you. It's what God's put down into you. I want to help people that have served my country, the veterans. I want to help these men. I want to show that I want to pour Numi down their throat. I want to give it to people. I have so much that I want to do with this, but I need to write this vision. And then I need to start chomping at the bit on which one's more important. So I'm like Cindy, I can look at it and go, I have finally landed there. I've done this. Not only that, but when we look at these countries, he's got the whole world in his hand. There is enough of us to take this worldwide. I'm with Keith. We're tapping on 70, but I see 160. I see the amoeba. I saw the amoeba. When we launched on 7/7/2021, I study numbers. I'm like, this is completion and perfection times 3. We are going to blow this out of the water. Sign me up. And I saw that, and then I saw the amoeba begin to grow. Vision is important. Why? Because you have to know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, you are spinning wheels and you will get unmotivated. You will get tired. You will get discouraged. You will get depressed and you'll give up. It's real simple to give up. In fact, it's hard to not know where you're going and to try to get there. That's hard. Vision gives us a sense of purpose. It guides us in the present. In the organizations that each of us are part of, we're visionary leaders, just like Steve. We're trying to inspire people to work to where we're trying to get them to. A lot of people in your organization line up with your vision, but they have their own individual vision. And we should be speaking that vision like it's alive to them, like their very essence and breath breathes that, and talk about it. Tell me that vision. Speak it out. Put it out there so I can see what you're seeing, so I can help you go where you're going. So what is your vision is my question. What is it that you're seeing? Where are you going individually? Where will Numi carry you? Because you're going somewhere. Vision does 3 things. Number 1, it gives direction. It gives you a glimpse about where you want to go, where you want to be, your purpose, and that can become a reality. But in order to understand that, you have to have it clear. And sometimes maybe it's a little muddy. Sometimes you take different road paths. Maybe sometimes you get lost, you get misdirected. You can even get taken off track, confused. And that's okay, because in that, all of that comes clarity. And not only that, but a vision places a purpose upon your goal setting. If you want to get in shape, you got to get up and get to the gym. You got to get up and do something different. You got to watch what you're eating. You got to have some goal setting activities. You can't just wake up and say, today I'm getting healthy. Where are you starting? What is healthy, by the way? What does this look like for you? Not only that, but it answers your why. We all know in network marketing, what is your why? What is your why? What is your why? But so many times we forget. What is your why? Your why is very closely connected to your vision. And your vision answers your why. Not only that, but it gives you the reason for your actions. Why do we talk about this? People look at us sideways because they've never heard of glutathione. There's no such thing as a pill. Now we're going to swish it in the mucosa. It's going to be absorbed into our cells within 70 seconds. It's like, yeah, right. Why do we continue to do this? Because we personally have experienced and we have seen with our natural eyes what has happened to people that have begun to boost their glutathione and work with our supplementation. It's easy for us to keep going when people tell us no. It's easy for me to keep moving. You're just not the one yet. I'll circle back to you because I'm coming back around. Not only that, it's your choices, it's your hopes, it's the dreams and the desires. These help us to feel those daily activities so we don't wake up and go, oh my God, what am I going to do today? Let me segue into my vision. I wanted to go diamond. I had never reached diamond. Alex knows that. I chose Alex as my sponsor. I've never reached diamond. I just couldn't do it. I worked my tail off. Alex knows nobody worked harder than me. And well, I don't want to say that. A lot of people worked hard as I did, but I worked very, very hard. And there was no system, and I was the system, and I tried to create my own system, and it was a disaster. So my vision for going diamond was like, I'm not going to make it. I've worked so hard and I didn't make it. I can't say network marketing doesn't work because there's other people that made it, right? So I wanted to go diamond. I wanted that to be a milestone in this company. That was my vision. And I knew I couldn't do it alone. And I know I didn't want to go alone. I didn't want to use people for my goal. I wanted to bring people with me. But that was a clear vision for me. I saw myself doing it. And believe it or not, within 4 months, I made it, and the next month, double diamond. And it was incredible. And it was a vision that actually came. And what do you think that did? That gave me the initiative to go a step further. Now what's next? Now what is it that you want? I set a goal. I wanted 100 customers. I wanted to bring in an extra $2,000, 100 customers on 2 products. That would be lucrative. So let me just go find some great customers. So I started chomping at that goal. Then I wanted to see the products get into the hands of the doctors because this was a dream of mine. These doctors see millions of patients every single year. And I thought if we could just get this into their hands and they would tell their clients and their patients, then we could wrap this around their head and so many people would get well. So I became an advocate for the PRP program. I wanted to see this program work. I wanted to see a professional line that would come into play and that professionals would latch on to this and begin to share this. Okay. I wanted to see all forms of people and culture in my business. I love this part. This is my favorite part, as being able to intertwine with all of God's people, all of God's children. And lastly, I wanted to participate, and this was most important to me. I wanted to participate in seeing our founder, Stephen K. Scott, reach his dream. That was the sealing salt for me. I wanted to see him reach his goal of taking this globally and taking this into countries that don't have what we have in the U.S. and that giving them that freedom that Antonio was talking about. And I wanted to say that I was a part of that because it was a very big vision. And without a vision, we all perish. Alex.
Woo! Thank you. You know what? It's crazy to see how, like I said, how 3 of us started something and now we have it more clear than ever. My comment around Rhonda and Sherry and Steve and Michael when we're together is, this is what we've been seeing. This is what we've been seeing. We didn't really have it clear how, and a lot of you don't, and that's okay. Okay, as you can hear this, that's okay. That's exactly how it has to be. It's not going to be any different for all of you than it has been for us and Rhonda. So Rhonda, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know that one of my visions is that you and I will be here until we take our last breath, making things happen. So thank you for being a part of that. And next, Rhonda alluded to that. And it is crazy what we've been able to put together and the opportunities that we've been able to create just on the vision of Stephen K. Scott once again, and to attract individuals with such influential power to just come on and say, you guys have something that I want to bring to the world. I'm going to use my talents and use my charm and use my beauty to be able to go out and share it with the world. And she knows how to do that. And this is Miss Crown, Nicole Burchett. So thank you for being here with us, and just share with us, what's your vision?
Gosh, thanks, guys. I don't know how I'm going to top Rhonda, but I will say we're very in sync. Just listening to her, she kind of just took all the words out of my mouth. My vision is, your why is very related to your vision. And when I started this industry, I have 2 sons. They are every time I start talking about this, I get choked up, but I have to because it creates the picture. But I have he'll be 18, and I've got one that will be 11. My 18-year-old, I was never around. I was working 40, 50 hours a week. I missed a lot of things. And my vision is when I had my second child, to just never have to have anyone else raise him, never have daycare. And that is what drove me. That was my vision. And that's when I started this industry 11 years ago. And I made that vision come true because that was my why, and that is what I saw. And when I reached that vision, I just wanted to help other people. Now my vision was to show people how I did it, the time freedom, the family freedom, the financial freedom, you know, being able to be involved in maybe it's raising a parent, maybe it's raising a kid, whatever it is you're passionate about. I didn't want to trade time for money. So that was my vision. Now the vision of finding a company that can make that vision come true, that's where NuMe comes in, because a lot of people would say, Nicole, everything you touch turns to gold. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. I just have vision. It's my favorite word. Like I literally just have vision, call it an energy or a manifestation or a aha moment. And that's what I had with NuMe. I was driving down the road, and for the first time in a couple of years, I could read the road signs. And I was just like, I had chills all over my body. I had a vision and it literally gave me the vision of what is this stuff? Like, how many people can I help? Like, I'm just seeing clearly, like, it was just so crystal clear to me what I had in my hands. And I just wanted to share that with the world, right? And helping people. And being an influencer, I've shared a lot of things. And my vision was not to build 100 companies. My vision was to have a legacy company, a company that's going to be around, a company that I can maybe pass to my kids someday, a generational wealth. Like, that is my vision. And I see that with NuMe. And how I saw that is because not just did it help my vision, you know, I'm not going to make any claims here, but not only did I see things clearly, the messages that I was getting every single day about this product and how they were being helped. Like, I just kept having these aha moments. Oh my gosh, it did this for you. It did that, you know, just all of these nonstop messages still to this day. When people take our product, they send me something and I get another vision. Like, oh my gosh, we could help this, or we can help this area, or we can help this area. So the difference between NuMe and everything else I did was our residual income, our reorders, our retention. Okay. And so that was a thing I was missing in this industry with along with my vision, is a tool to get there, right? To make that vision come true. And NuMe gave me this, and many other people. And yes, we've been hitting some bumps in the road, which, you know, it can be frustrating, but my vision remains the same. I look at it like this. I follow a lot of, you know, the Business for Home, and I look at all the companies, where they're at, what they're doing. Some of the biggest companies are kind of crashing. They're going downhill. And in the worst time in the economy, people don't have money. People are cutting things left and right. People barely can afford their food, and NuMe's going up. It's become like a necessity. And I see all these big companies crashing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hold this vision strong, because I know the technology glitches, and, you know, I know we're going to get through these things, and I know what's going to happen on the other side. And that keeps me going, because I know where we're going. So just to wrap it up, my vision is that, you know, with NuMe in 5 years, that we are actually going to have doctors that, instead of prescribing, you know, bad things for your body, they're going to be promoting glutathione. You're going to walk in everywhere you go, and you're going to see it everywhere. And we are going to be a household name. So that's my quick vision in a nutshell. So thank you.
That is huge. And thank you for contributing to that. And I actually, as you say, it's like, it's easily said, but to be able to create that momentum shift at the level of conscience that we've been given the tools to allow people to get to that level of conscience, it's huge. And you have it very clear. You've actually cleared it up even more for me. So thank you. Thank you for being a part of the family, a part of the team. I can't wait to see you at the next event. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up. Yes,
one
go
more
ahead.
thing I want to add, I forgot to say, thanks for bringing up the event. I also have a vision at the event where I will not be able to be side by side with the owners, because it's going to get so big. And I'm just so thankful for this time right now, where I can walk in and talk to the owners and talk to the company. And, you know, at one day we're going to be in a room where that's not going to be so feasible. And so, and you know, when there's a lot of startup companies out there, they never make it past 60 days, 90 days. You know, I feel like Noomi is such perfect timing because, you know, we're over that 2-year mark, but we haven't hit that quite that momentum stage yet. And I feel like the timing is so key, and you might want to get to this event while you still have the chance to meet everybody closely, because it's the smallest it's ever going to be.
Coming around other individuals, vision is like a cold. Okay, it goes viral. It goes viral. Now, some people, it just goes through them, but it allows you to get to the ones that actually catch on to that vision and continue to run with it. So yes, thank you. That event is going to be huge. Stay tuned, because we're going to be promoting all the good things that are going to be happening there. I've been hearing some stuff that in my my 35 years in this industry now, I've been around for that long in this industry, I have never seen an event that's being put together with so many good news. I've been in companies, the previous company was for 10 years, and they maybe announced 2 good things throughout those 10 years. We're about to have an event that you don't want to miss. You want to be front row and center to everything that's about to be launched. That's why it's so key for you to understand what we're trying to convey here, that this is a place where visions do come true. So thank you, Nicole, once again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up. And one of the things that I'm thankful for today is for Keith's collaboration in helping make this run. And since it's you, Keith, I'm going to run a little over. If it was Michael, I wouldn't be able to do that. So I'm just glad it's you running it, my brother. But I don't want to leave without giving you this message, because I think this is a presentation that I put together, and it's going to make a lot of sense. And when I reached out to each and every one of the individuals you heard from today, I actually told them, I don't want to put any ideas in your head about anything. I just want you to come out and speak from the heart. And I told everybody the same thing. And now you're going to see how this is all going to just come together, because at the end of the day, if you have a vision, you want to know how to make it come real, and you know how to bring it to fruition. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share with you. Hold on. I'm going to share with you how your vision, as Rhonda said, everybody has different visions, but we can definitely leverage from Noomi to make all the visions come true. And your goal, as obviously Nicole said, is directly related to that. But if you don't have those, guess what? You're lacking. Okay, and you're lacking opportunity. So right now I'm going to share with you how you really can get to that vision. And it's by using the controls of your life. Okay, and I don't know how many of you know that life is, like Antonio said, that's why everything measures in so perfectly. It's simple. We complicate it. We complicate it. And in reality, to be able to manage our life and go forward or backwards or upwards or downwards, it's very simple. These are the controls. That's it. That's all you really have in life. You either press this one, which you know what that means. You either press this one right here, which you know what that means, or this one right here. And they're all going to take you in different directions, but you are the one at the end of the day that decides which one you press every day in your life as you continue to move forward. And the thing is that most of us end up choosing that one, unfortunately. Most of us like to press the rewind button and start being in the past and why that hasn't happened, and start relating a new experience to old experiences. And that's where we drop the ball, because we start thinking about the naysayers in the past that were definitely wrong, okay? And then we start listening more to what the past has done for us than what we could do in the future. And that doesn't come just because that's the way we are. It comes from because we are pre-programmed from the minute we're born, okay? I don't believe that we're predestined. I don't believe that. I believe we're pre-programmed. So if you can change the program, you can change the destiny. So if you have a vision and you can find what the program is to allow that vision to come to fruition, guess what? You're going to get it. What happens is, and think about this, this is mind-boggling when you think about all the different things we go through as childs and as humans. We have 70,000 daily thoughts, 70,000 average. Okay, some of you are more thinkers than others, but that's going to be on the average. 95% of them are the same. That means that we constantly, every day, we keep repeating the same thoughts. That's why our results end up being the same thing. Why does that happen? Because from the moment we are born, by the age of 7, a child has heard, hold on, this is not working. No, they have heard no more than 100,000 times. Do you know what it's like to go through life having heard the word no 100,000 times, where you automatically think that the answer from that individual is going to be immediate rejection? And that's part of what Antonio was sharing. People are afraid that this isn't going to work. People are afraid that they're going to end up losing or missing out. I'm very conscious of this. As I have a 2-year-old daughter now, 2 years and almost 5 months. She's getting old now, 2 years and 5 months. And as my daughter grows up, I find other ways to kind of like restrict her and set some boundaries. But I don't want those boundaries around the word no, because no disempowers us. And it takes literally, it takes years for you to be able to gain that belief again. And you know that the first 7 years in any child's life are the most important years, because that's where you construct their character and the foundation for the years, all the rest of the years to come. There's a lot of science on this now. So no wonder we go through life wondering and doubting, are we making the right decision? Should I have joined Numi or not? Should I join this other company? Because when you're a part of a company, what ends up happening is you're going to reach out to your friends and family and some individuals. And the minute you talk to them about something you really believe in, they're going to try to talk to you about something they probably believe in some cases. So should that generate doubt? Do you know how many people pitch me other opportunities? On a weekly basis, I get pitched so many opportunities, but I have a vision. I have a clear vision. And some of you can say, oh, yes, Alex, but you're crowned. Yeah, but there was one day when I started and I signed up that my volume was 0. Okay, just like every single one of you. All I had was a vision. So you start to self-sabotage by creating self-doubt just because of that programming that we've been going through. You hit yourself over the head. You're really hard on yourself. You want everything so perfect, because until you get it perfect, you feel that nothing's going to happen for you. And I'm here to tell you, perfection, the only way that it exists is that perfection is a tendency. It's not a destiny. Because guess what? If you decide that you're going to now become perfect at something, you've got no life after that. That means that everything is going to stay the same, and the earth rotates every day. Okay? Nothing ever stays the same. So don't be hard on yourself. And then you're wondering why money doesn't come to you. When we're thinking about that pre-program that we had that was all conducive to being negative and having negative results, we automatically think we're going to get a no, because that's what we've been used to hearing. Okay? We automatically think that those fingers that are pointing at us are right and are telling us, oh, you're at it again, you're in something else, or that will never work. Or maybe someone tells you, no, that product didn't work for me. Honestly, if someone tells me that, my first thought is, okay, that's your excuse for not wanting to better your life. That's all it really is, because there's no way that a product discriminates. It works for everyone. Just some of us see it a lot more than others. So what ends up happening is we say, okay, let's get away from the past. I want to get away from that 95% that I keep repeating day after day after day after day. Let's go to the future. And that's where the vision is. And that's where your goals are. So what are you telling yourself when you see your future 5 months from now, 1 month from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What are you seeing? If you're seeing more of the same as you're living today, you're just repeating your life year after year after year after year and recycling your experiences. But when you can fast forward, the beauty about the fast forward is that you can design it. You can literally say what kind of income you want, how much money you want to have as an income for yourself that will allow you to free yourself up and live the life you want to live. See, one of the things that I've seen a lot of them now that are changing in this industry, For years, network marketing used to be about you need to come on and prove to yourself that you can be free by doing network marketing and leave everything you have. Leave your profession, leave that. When that's the wrong approach, because there's a lot of you that are incredible professionals and you love what you do, it's your vocation. I don't want to pull you from that. I want you to become a better doctor, a better nurse, a better architect, a better domestic goddess or housewife, if that's what you want to be. You know, just become better at what you do. And network marketing will allow you the opportunity to become better at what you do. It becomes the vehicle for you to generate the income so that then you can go out and live your true passion. But you need to know what that is. Some of you haven't even had a chance to experience what that is because you've been so tied up in producing. I don't know, maybe it's a house. It's a house, something along that line. Or I like to live in apartments myself. I think it's so convenient and so minimalistic in the sense of maintenance and upkeep and all that. I really like the apartment lifestyle. But if you want a house, have you decided what that house is like? How many rooms it's going to have? What part of the country it's going to be at? A lot of you can't wait to leave your neighbors behind, right? You're tired of your neighbors. Raise your hand if that's the case. And if you're not raising your hand, it's because maybe your neighbor logged onto this meeting and they're going to see you raise your hand. Hey, but you can bring him with you also. Okay, you need to decide what kind of vehicle you're going to drive. Are you even going to have a car? Do you know that because of this industry, there's been periods of life where I've had the best cars in the world, okay cars, no cars, and you can have anything you want. When I say no cars, one of my dreams, and how many of you didn't dream with this as a little kid, of being driven around everywhere you went and just being taken chauffeured around, having a personal driver? Do you know that I now have had a personal driver for the last 2 years? Where literally he's there, he takes me wherever I need to go. I don't deal with parking. I don't deal with those hassles of driving, and it allows me to work my business while Samuel is my driver. He's my assistant driver, and while he's driving, I'm working my business from my cell phone. Okay, I'm commuting. I'm turning that commute into my university. I'm listening to audios. I'm watching videos. So that has allowed, this industry has allowed that to happen for me. But what do you want to drive? Where do you want to travel to? What is your family vacation? Why does it have to be one vacation of a lifetime? Why can't it be the vacation of a lifetime every month? Wouldn't that be good? Be on the travel plan, and as you travel around the world, you can still continue to work your business. And we're in so many countries now, and we're going to be in so many more, that your business will always be with you wherever you go. So opportunity will go alongside with you. Okay, there's another verse that says that the favor of the Lord will be in front of you. Okay, it will precede you, but that comes because of a vision. So where do you see yourself traveling? When do you see yourself traveling there? Most of the places are packed in the summer when it's the worst time to go because it's the hottest season of the year. In different parts of the world, summer is different, but wherever summer is, you always find that to be true. And it's the cheapest to go there. Why? Why do we have to go when it's the cheapest? Why do we have to go when everybody's there? Okay, what lifestyle do you want to develop around yourself? Do you want to be debt-free? Just being debt-free, how much money would that allow you to keep to yourself every month? That's what allows you to create wealth. Debt will not allow you to create wealth. Okay, be able to wake up on your own terms when you have to wake up, when you want to wake up, when the body tells you it's either time to go to the restroom or time for your coffee, either one. But not when an alarm clock goes off. This day and age, we're still waking up to an alarm clock. We are definitely doing something wrong. That's not the way that we were brought here to be able to produce and create a lifestyle for ourselves. How many of you, and I used to say ladies, but in reality, men are the same. And if you see that closet, that's a man's closet because it's my closet. So you see all the jackets and all the suits and everything there. But I know ladies like big closets too. Okay, so how big is your closet? Why is your closet today not big enough? Why? Okay, answer yourself those questions. There's simple things that make life easier. Where would you like to be eating tonight? And not because it's a special occasion, not because it's payday, not because there's I don't even know if they're still around. I got a Groupon on that, but a lot of you know what I mean. All right, it's not discounting on the days that it's their dead time. It's like, when do you want to go? Where do you want to go? But you need to have that clear. Once you have that clear, you need to bring it to reality. And this is the button that's going to take you to reality once you've revised your whys and where you're going. And this one, my friends, is action. Okay, because play is not more than action. Things are only happening when you've got play pressed. If you don't have play pressed, guess what? You're either in the past wasting your time recycling the same opportunities, or in the future just dreaming about them. And as we've heard, just thinking about that is not going to allow that to come to fruition. So how do you get to diamond? It's commitment. Is that commitment of an expecting mother that can't say, oh, I'm only going to carry my kid in my pregnancy for 2 months, or I'm only going to carry them around until it's easy to, and it stops being easy. It's 9 months. The commitment is 9 months. Okay, the commitment for a career, a professional career, some of them are 4 years, others are 8 years, others are 12 years. If you don't have that commitment prior, you shouldn't even be signing up for any of those careers, because it's going to put you to the test. Commitment doesn't mean that it's going to make things easier. Commitment just means that you're going to go through the process that will allow you to get to where you want to get. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that to ease that process and be able, and whilst you're committed, the ideal thing and what's going to help you to grow faster than anything, as we've heard from our mentor, Steve Scott, is effective partnering. And for that, you need to find a mentor. If you're watching this and you don't know who your upline diamond is, that's your next homework. That's your next task. Find out who your diamond is, connect with them, and become their student. And I don't care how much experience you've had in this industry, find the diamond at NUMMI that will show you how they got to diamond here at NUMMI. Because every experience is different, everything adds, and your experience definitely is going to come into play, but you want to learn to use it for yourself right away. So you're going to want to listen. Okay, listen more than you talk at the beginning. Generate a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you're going to go in circles. Have you ever been out driving and you're looking for an address to somewhere, and all of a sudden you can't seem to find it? And as you go around and you go around the block, or you go into a cul-de-sac and you can't seem to find the address you're looking for, what is the one thing everybody does eventually? You stop. Because a confused mind that doesn't know where it's going, it's going to come to a halt. Okay, so a strategy is perfect, because a strategy will teach you, if you hit a cul-de-sac, stop looking there. Come to me, your mentor. Come to your upline. Come to your effective partner. Then they're going to show you the loopholes to get out of there as quick as possible, thus saving you time in your learning curve. That's what's going to allow you to get to where you want to get to fast. And these aren't loopholes that are going against the system. These are loopholes that most people don't find, because 95% of individuals wake up to go to work every day. So you know they got to find the loopholes to make their life easier and more relevant. Now, you need to visualize. Okay, Keith said it. Every morning you need to wake up and think why you're doing what you're going to do, why you're going to call the next 10 people a day, why you're going to contact them, why you're going to learn how to use the NUMMI back office, so that then you can teach others to use it. Okay, and your business will flow faster. So that then why are you going to learn to present, so you can help others present while they're learning, as someone helped you while you were learning, or while you're learning. So you visualize what you need, what you want, what you need to do, and put it together to work for what you want. But you need to put the action, and it needs to be action with gratefulness. Do you know that I'm just as grateful for every single no, every single criticism, every single no, you'll never make this happen. One of the individuals I'm really grateful for was my old upline, the company where Rhonda and I met. And I remember that when I made the decision to not continue there, his words were literally the following. He said, Alex, think about your lifestyle right now. You will never do what you've done here in this company again. And you know what? I'm so grateful for that. And he was right. because what I've been able to accomplish here by virtue of just leveraging and having a vision and continuing my vision alongside Steve's and Rhonda and Michael and a lot of the leaders that you've heard here from today has dwarfed what I had done in that company in 10 years, in less than 3. So he was right. I'm grateful for that because he fueled my fire because I knew that I could do it. Why did I know that? Because I was a part of the vision. That's all I needed to know. And the vision kept going and the vision kept getting stronger. And now the vision is happening. Now, the biggest danger zone is when you all of a sudden decide you want to take a break from that action because you feel deserving and you come into a sense of entitlement. And maybe you want to start to micromanage your team. And now you say, oh, I've already hit senior member. I deserve a vacation around the world. That's not the time to take a vacation around the world. Not senior member. Senior members still wake up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., unfortunately. Okay, get to Diamond and start to get a taste of the Diamond trips, like the cruise we're going to have now in October. Okay, get to Diamond so that you can participate at all the different events and get to meet people around the world. We just heard that Yumi had an event with over 5,000 people that showed up over 3 days in the Philippines and in Indonesia. Okay, so imagine just being your lifestyle, being seeing the world while you're building your business. The problem is when we hit pause, everything comes to stop. Everything comes to a halt, and that momentum you generate that has you helping others, you're now taking that help away because you're getting into that sense of entitlement. So pause will undeniably slow down your growth. And pause could come in many different ways, okay? It could come in ways of distraction. What are you doing with the time you really have to build your Yumi opportunity? It could come in at times when you have self-doubt, okay, about what you're doing, and you start to wander off thinking about how it could have been if you hadn't made that bad decision in the past, because we've all made bad decisions where we've let opportunities go. You got the opportunity in your hand right now. Don't let this one pass you by just wandering off. We get distracted by the criticism and all the different no's and rejection that we get from individuals. Every single opportunity and anyone that's ever been good at anything has gone through that. And if you understand that, you're in the game. Or maybe you just feel like you're entitled to a day off because you've been working at your job so hard. But remember, working at your job doesn't entitle you to be able to have time off if you're not where you want to be. If you still have debt, if you still don't have your dreams. I'm not telling you don't rest, but find the times of rest at the time where you know you can be effective resting. And that sounds weird, but you can also be non-effective resting. Okay, so you also want to learn how to be most effective with your times and when you can provide your best version at different times of the day. For instance, I don't know how many of you know, but I'm not a morning person. I'm not. I'm a night person. I was born to be a networker, okay, because I love to go to bed real late at night. But before my daughter, I was used to sleeping 8 to 8.5, 9 hours. And I would wake up, let's say at 10, 11. And people would say, really? You wake up at that time? Yeah. But at the time that I'm up, I'm productive. So it doesn't matter how early you wake up if you don't have a goal in mind and you just really don't know where you're going. I don't know if you've ever heard Steve. If you haven't, I'm not going to even try to get into it because I'll do it, no mercy. You got to hear Steve talk about the beauty of the machine we've been given, which is called our brain. What it can do over anything else that isn't even close to competing technologically. And so you need to put that brain to work. You do that by going out and meeting new people. You do that by going out and reaching out to new individuals and helping them get their career and their course get started. It's all about helping others. And when you start to focus on others, get what? Your vision gets stronger, your confidence levels get higher and bigger, okay? And things begin to make sense. When you have a strategy and you begin to put that strategy together, you will always achieve your vision. But you also need to learn how to correct And the fastest way to correct one's way is through your mentorships and by giving. And you may say, oh, no, I don't have anything to give. We have an opportunity. You heard Antonio, we have 2 products that they have 100% money back guarantee. You're giving something that literally anybody would want to take, number one, out of curiosity to see if it's true that if all I have to do is swish and swallow and I'm going to have the effects, or all I have to do is mist my face in under 5 seconds. If I count real slow, I'll get to 5 seconds when I do my skincare treatment. All right. And we have something that everybody wants to receive. A lot of times, because of our pre-program, we've got our hands blocked. And we feel that everybody's got their hands on and they're not willing to receive. But you'd be surprised how many people receive when you give. Okay. And just understand that it's a process and it's a path. It's a journey that you're going to take your individuals and your members to, just as you are going through your own journey as you continue to build to be able to achieve the things you want to achieve here at NEOMI. Okay. And you heard that Rhonda alluded to the fact that because of this industry, I've been able to provide for an orphanage. And that came to a pause in my life for a little bit there while I was doing the transition from the past company to here, where I couldn't really support that. And I really helped that to get going with an orphanage in El Salvador, where at that time there were 47 kids. Now the number is around the same still, but now we're back doing that. We're able to sustain and help and be able to help these kids have just a better life. Okay, so this is Exodo Foundation. And I guarantee you that if you ever visit El Salvador, where business is open, by the way, and it's probably the safest country in Latin America right now, and it's dollarized, hint, hint, hint. If you've got people there, reach out to them because permits are fully on board. Everything is ready. Everything is happening in this country. I'll make sure to take you to visit that orphanage so that you can see what a vision will do. It will go past what you think will only provide for yourself. So how you use this, it's totally up to you. We all have the same controls. We all have the same buttons to press, and you just got to decide what you're going to do, what you're going to press, and how you're going to press it and when you're going to press it. So for me, it's been a pleasure to have heard all of you. More than anything, I learned from all these experiences. And in a lot of the cases, I see your congruency with what you're saying and what you're doing. And that's really what you're going to get here at NEOMI. It's an incredible family that will allow you to make your wildest dreams come true, all the way from Steve Scott down, with an incredible team being led by Aaron Renner, who really, I know what they go through, okay? And I know what they put out. And my respects to them, because each and every one of them works for us so that we can keep this as clean and as legit as possible for the future generations. My vision is one just like Nicole's. I want my daughter to inherit a legacy company from a legacy family that was put together when she's of age, okay? And that is really my vision. So I make sure to protect NEOMI, to go out and share NEOMI. We protect it by sharing, okay? We protect it by giving, and we protecting by learning and increasing our self-worth, by increasing our personal worth, increasing our personal development, which are the 3 main things that we have here at NEOMI. Okay, we've got health, wellness, financial wellness, and personal development wellness. And I hope this session has helped you to improve in any one of those 3 areas today. So thanks, everyone. Thanks to all you diamonds that have shared. Keith, back to you. Thank you for running the show, my brother. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Alex, what a powerful members night. You know, and don't say this to too many people, but I got to tell y'all, this has been the most powerful and impactful members night that I can ever remember that we've had. And so, you know, when it comes down to vision and vision mapping and dreaming and goal setting, this is every single one of the folks that spoke tonight really laid out the foundation that each one of us can use to help establish our our own vision map, our goals and dreams for where we want to go in the future. And Numi's it's a train that's moving, and it's still just kind of tagging along. You got plenty of time to jump on it, so make sure you get the word out and bring your family and friends, because it is a safe place and it is a legacy company. I could see it for that. Great night. Thanks for everybody who shared. Rhonda, Nicole, Antonio, Cindy. Thanks so much. Thanks again, Alex. And tomorrow night, don't forget, we got Steve Scott back in the States. He will be live for his weekly technology call tomorrow night on Numi.tv, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 Eastern, 6 Mountain. So until then, hey, we'll see you guys and gals next week, but we'll also see you tomorrow night. Y'all have a great one. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.